And both clubs have sent emails to their respective fan bases calling for an easing of tensions. Klopp and Guardiola, we are told in the newspapers this morning, have been warned not to cross the line or they risk sparking more crowd trouble tonight. In actual fact, Pep Linders, I noticed Klopp's number 2, were speaking pre-match to this, Simon. The ones who control their emotions are always the ones who go the furthest. Don't let them control you. So he's making sense.
But I also thought he made some good other points as well when he talked about emotion being one thing because the game thrives on it, but emotion without respect.
Yes.
And that was a really good point that he made.
Great point made by him. Yeah. Good point made by Guardiola because he backed it up.
The biggest opponents used to be, okay, nothing happened. So always we were reacting that way, but the respect for, I think, for the officials, for the rules, you know, for the opponents always, from my point of view, I talk of myself on my behalf, all the time on my teams always was there. Absolutely. There are bad moments, bad reactions happen. That's why there are referees there to react and behave what they believe is correct.
I mean, Simon, yesterday you said managers don't really have a part to play in this. Well, they do, and Pep's saying we do.
Well, of course they do.
We've got to toe the line. Of course they do.
I didn't say they didn't have a part to play on it. I said that they shouldn't be suppressed. There should be consequences if they step over the line, and the consequences should supersede the current level because ultimately the current level isn't a deterrent. People will lose their behaviour and lose their moment, their decorum at times. It's about how far they're prepared to go and what the consequences are a result of it. And whilst Pep Guardiola is talking the talk, I've seen him harangue officials. I've seen him march down to the monitor recently, berating a referee to try and influence an outcome. I'm not sure those things are steeped in respect. I think they're steeped in a manager trying to get precisely what he wants. It's easy to talk about respect when you are detached from a certain set of circumstances. You judge people in adversity. You don't judge people when things are going your way. Now, if they're speaking this way and they recognise it, they'd have to be tone deaf, to use an expression I've used already in this show, if you don't get the backdrop to the fact that people are now looking at this. A lot of noise is being made about the hostilities and the unnecessary and unedifying commentary running between football clubs about tragic events in their history.
Yeah.
And people would say, if you're a Man United fan, you would say, well, hold on a second. Liverpool fans have been singing Munich for years and years and years. Why all of a sudden is everybody so offended because Liverpool fans are offended? And there might be some argument to that, but it doesn't alter the fact that people should not be singing songs about tragedies where people have lost lives. It's just
end of.
It's not funny. It's not the Argentinians singing in the dressing room about Brazil. It's not Mickey taking by putting Mbappe's face on a World Cup and ridiculing it.
Yeah.
This is about real life situations that are
beyond
that
those get involved in it. Shameful
and
that
people that do it
should
should be ashamed. But the fact of the matter is the people that do it are morons.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to work with morons because you can't lift the moron above the level they're already at.
Exactly.
You can't argue with an idiot because you'll never win.
Precisely right, Simon. That's why we call them out. Manchester City taking on Liverpool tonight. It's live on talkSPORT.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.